And we are ready. All right, Tone, that was just a little tribute there. I know that we started
Yes.
that a little bit before the show. So for all our Palti familiar, it was just our little bit of our minute silence. Now, we didn't do the whole minute on the show because we know how much you guys value our time. So we started a little bit before and between Tone and I. So today we do have episode 43 AC, but it also marks the anniversary of our friend and dearest who we lost a year ago today. So, Tone, welcome aboard. How are you?
Yes, mate, I'm not too bad. How you going? All right?
Yeah, not bad. I did have a bit of strange news. It's been a bad week for me, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But I do have the new Bayside Argonauts apparel on. But I guess this week, we can talk about Pezza, but another friend of mine passed away actually on Monday, was it? Monday, I think I got the phone call. So basically, Mark Noe, who's a
Oh,
friend of mine, he didn't pass, which is good. But basically, a friend of ours by the name of Stick, that's his nickname, was camping with his young lady and their young child, and they were packing everything up, getting ready to come back. They were camping up at Kingaroy, and word has it that Stick said to his missus, "I'm not feeling too great, bit dizzy," and he sat down and died.
oh dear, that's terrible news.
Yeah, it
That's
was.
bad. Huh?
He was 62. Funeral details came through today. I don't know whether I'll be able to fly up, but you know how I talk about me and Noe going to LA with basically we won a 5 day. Mark and this fellow won a 5 day Disneyland pass with turn airfares, all that accommodation. Well, Stick was the guy that won it with Noe, with Mark, and Stick was the one that gave it to me for free. He was like,
Oh,
"Can't be bothered going. You go." So he gave me a free airfare, accommodation, Disneyland pass. So that was the caliber of the man that he was. Fantastic fellow. Um, Always smiling. Yes, he loved to have a drink, but who didn't and who doesn't? But yeah, very, very sad. So not a great week. Not a great week.
no, no.
So,
Yeah,
but in
it is.
Greek, Tone, in Greek, we say zoe, sesas, or semas, which is life to us or to you. And that's how we've got to be. So, you know, I guess we did have a pretty good week last week, though, didn't we?
Oh, you and what's that other bloke's name?
Yeah. He's not here, is he?
No, what have you done? You locked him up, didn't you? You've locked him up.
I'll tell you what I did.
I hope you didn't leave a computer and a bank account
No,
with him, like you know.
do you know what happened? It was like, Marto, we're filming on Friday this week. You're going to be able to make it? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll be there Friday. I've got to work Thursday. He thinks filming tomorrow. Because really, could you imagine? Seriously, I mean, me and you have got some nice sized craniums, right? Could you imagine how big he would be right now if he was here?
Oh, as Pez would say, he's the big swinger.
Mate, the guy talks underwater. He does. But kudos to him because,
Oh, he's been under just he's a purple patch of form.
mate, he is deep
Unreal.
purple, dark purple. He is the degenerate on fire, isn't he?
Absolutely.
So good on you, Marto. You've done well because
Yeah,
you've got your Kickstarter up. You also got your best bet up. We talked up Private Harry. It also got up.
that's
I
right.
think a few others that behind the scenes we also got up. Then during the week, again, same thing. I think both the best bets for him, he had, I think he had a real big price one like you did, Tone, on Wednesday. Something just under $2. The both ones, I think. So credit.
Yeah, I mean, you had a pretty good run last Saturday as well yourself. Throughout the Golden Slipper and your best bet one, didn't it?
Yeah, Herminator did win as well, so it is pleasing. Look, I mean, it is always all about us anyway, but it's nice that we can share some valuable information. So at least a few people probably got to feed themselves weekend. You know what I mean? It's one thing to get noodles. It's another thing to get noodles and tuna.
Absolutely. Yeah, so there's plenty of winners there last weekend, which is good. Yeah, Marto's on fire. He's still on fire, and let's hope he continues to be on fire, and yourself as well.
Well,
I
he's got a few. He sent through the info, and I'll read it in a moment. But I think I cut you off. Go on. What were you going to say?
no, that was it. No, just he continues to be on fire, hopefully, and throw out some more winners. Unfortunately, I haven't been hitting too many recently. Threw out one on Tuesday, but it could have been a better day. But last Saturday, I think I got a third, denying a.
We have
Oh,
our peaks and troughs and all that sort of stuff.
we do.
You know, it's not a bad thing. Now, with Marto being on fire, now I know that many say that many wouldn't piss on Marto if he was on fire.
That's a bit unfair, isn't it?
It is, because you and I would piss on him, wouldn't we? He wasn't.
We would.
Okay? So for those that say that they wouldn't, come on, don't be like that. The guy's on fire, we would. Now, we're going, it's Australia Cup Day, which is going to be a big day here at Flemington. But interestingly enough, none of us have really tipped that race, even though we've got one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with your Kickstarter, because it appears to me, Tone, that you are the first cab off the rank this Saturday. So talk to us and tell us all about it.
What have I got? Let me have a look. I've forgotten who's on it, but I do remember that I've picked. I'm following up Flemington race 1.
Yep.
Number 2, Bossy Nick. I mean, it was a pretty good run last start. Ran second. It was a gutsy run. It's pretty short. It's pretty short on. It'll be pretty short on Saturday. It's around about 360, I think, at the moment. But
340.
One last chance. Sorry.
I've got 340 on my market, but
340. Yeah. I'm not sure who's on board. I think it's a decent jockey. Is it Jamie? Is Jamie on? Who's on?
I'll be honest, Tone, I didn't even look too much, because there's one in that race, and I mean, I was out soccer training, starting all that. So I just had a quick look at the race, but I think the Bossy Nick is in the money for sure. So if it's 340 and you can get $1.28 the place, you can be certain, I reckon, you'll cash in at 128. I don't know if it'll win or not, because there's one of my ghosts in there, which is unbeaten first up, which is a little deep. We all love the name of that, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
A little bit of deep.
Mind you, Bossy Nick has been up for a while now, and I wouldn't back it after Saturday. One more chance, but I wouldn't back it after that. It's been,
been racing well though.
It has been consistent, hasn't it? So
Yeah,
it's got, you'd think it'd be there, but whether it can win,
a win in the paddock, a win and off to the paddock.
Yep.
Now, Marto's. I'm going to follow Marto's up next, because Marto's going to race 2 at Flemington, and he's gone with number 1, Prestige Olay. Now, this is what Marto has to say. Blah, 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 blah. Isn't that how we listen to it?
There you
blah,
go.
blah. In my numbers, blah, blah, blah. No, the truth of it, Marto says, because I had to write it down. It 1 second up. Alan stays on board. The rail to guide it. The sire is absolutely flying, which is King Kirk. And $2.70, it is favourite. Look, I had a look at the race, Tone, and these Marto's probably right, unless, of course, something comes out and surprises us. Be it, these are all little babies, and anything can happen. So, good tip, Marto. You're sticking with your old favourite King Kirk. Prestige.
There we go.
Yeah. I'm taking a Japanese flavour to the game. Race 2 at Morfordville, number 2, a Samurai Mind. And that would be...
Oh, I like the sound of that.
Samurai Mind, the way that you do your form and stuff, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd have to have Jakey Turak on it, has it? Tow it.
No, it doesn't.
No?
It doesn't. Even though I do like a Jakey Turak horse, and I've got one for you later on the day with that. Look, this one's it's Clark and Train, and it's got Lockie Neindorf on it. Um, it's look, Neindorf has had this horse has had 5 wins, and he's been on it for 3 of them. It can take a sit 1600. Third up, I think it's perfect because it had a little crack last week or 2 weeks ago at the 1600 and was placed. Episodic is still in the same race because Episodic got over the top, but I think with a little bit fitness, um, probably gets forward. Episodic will still come from behind. It's the one. It's $2.60. The market hasn't missed it. I'll say that much. And I reckon there's one that will improve in this race. It's called What a Deal. It's another back marker.
Ah,
It improves. But for me, a Samurai Mind is the way to go. So if we get, let's just keep it simple, 270, 340, and 260, make it easy. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. We'll get about 27 to 1. Put your 500 on,
oh,
get your 10 grand plus in the bank, and off you go to the Bahamas with the lovely lady for a nice 2-week holiday. What do you think?
absolutely. Sounds perfect.
It does. Now we just got to find 500.
Absolutely.
So, hey, speaking of which, is your daughter back? She back from holidays and everything? And
No, she'll be back Saturday, this Saturday.
beautiful. So, you've had a little bit of downtime with the missus. She settles into retirement now.
Yeah, she's sort of settling in. Yeah, there is a settling in period, isn't there? There's still lots of parties going on, this one and that one, and people she's worked with over the years. So that's pretty good. She's
How's she
but
going?
I think it's good.
How's she going with
Uh,
the commands?
with the
The commands. Part of the settling in is I'm at home all the time, and I'm telling you what to do now all the time.
I know I've got to
Is
get some new earplugs. I just
is
thought
it happening? Is it happening? You
Oh,
finding
yeah.
work for you to do all the time?
I tell you what, there's never a dull moment, is there? There's
No.
always, like
So,
yeah.
are you a chance to hit the big island of Australia now, or what's going to happen? Do you know?
We're just waiting. Oh, you mean to come down with Emmy?
Well, just in general.
And
Yeah.
just yeah, we'll be down. We'll be down there in May, but I'm still waiting on that visa. We haven't got the visa yet,
Yep.
but that I think it'll be all right. It's just it just takes time.
Bureaucracy, mate. We've got to deal with it, unfortunately. So that's the way it is.
Yeah.
But that's all right. I'm sure that when you get here, you'll have your big brown paper bag, and if you're on the Gold Coast, you'll probably get to the races there, and you'll try to get the Sunshine Coast. You'll be known as the brown paper bag man. That's what I'm thinking. Eh?
Gone, gone are the days of like the big punting days with the brown paper bags. They're gone now, aren't they? It's all we're all the high tech stuff now. It's all done on the PC, isn't it?
It is, and it's normally like this, 2,
Yeah.
3. Because everyone knows everyone, so they know that's 2. That's 2K. Not $2 for me.
Mardo, 5.
Oh, well,
Tassie's 10.
Marto
Hang
does
on.
this, but can I show you Marto's other move? You know that is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
the tick.
the ticker off.
On tick. 5.
5. There we go.
Good on you, Marto. You've done well. Yep, you have done well. It's okay, but we don't miss you. Now, we have got some big races. Now, let's just have a quick sticky beak at the Australia Cup, if you don't mind, just to get that one out of the way. It's the premier race at Flemington. It's the one where Pride of Jenny is in. Second up, she showed first up how good she was, but she comes up against some pretty smart ones on Saturday. Where
Yes.
do you like Tone?
Just bringing up my thingo now. I like what's it? Is it Zardozi?
It is Dozy.
Yes. I mean, we all know which one Marta will be on. It won't be Zardozi. but
Oh. You're wrong.
you know what he'll be on. Exactly where he is.
I know exactly what he said, Tone, and I'm going to tell you in a minute.
Oh dear, hang on, I'm just said. I can't. My phone's playing up here. Yeah, I mean you have to give the directions there, Taz. But I'm sticking with Zardozi.
Yep.
I did like the top weight, but when I saw that Criminal was on it, that light infantryman, isn't it?
Yes, it
The
is.
toppy. That's one of my favourites. But with that jockey on it, I wouldn't back it with stolen money. So I'm sticking with Zardozi.
Well,
I think Jamie's on board, right? Jamie?
I'm not sure,
Or
but
is it the husband?
I'll tell you what, because Marto would be all over it, and I'm not on
Oh,
it.
absolutely.
But this is what Marto says: Australia Cup, Flemington, race 8, number 8, Zardozi.
Really? Is that what he's tipped?
It's
Oh,
exactly what
well.
he said. I'm going to read it all out.
Geez, I'm on a winner
Jenny.
now then.
Well, that's what I'm happy about that because I'm not on it. Pride of Jenny and Deny Knowledge go forward, declared, and set the pace up here. Zardozi was just quiet behind Pride of Jenny last start and still ran second. It just smelt like a trial run. Marto knows how to smell. Rise in trip is positive, and the stable are chasing Group 1 glory with this one. They were Marto's exact words that he sent through. Marto, it does smell, but not what you're cooking. I think down the bottom, Feroce is the one to watch. And I know it's got one of your favourite jockeys on.
Oh, it's
Billy
got his brother on it, that other Criminal. Bloody Billy Egan.
I
Oh,
knew you'd
God.
love him. I knew you would. Dominic Sutton, overseas trainer who's hit Australia and is up and running. Look, Feroce's come back a treat, I reckon, this preparation. And I just think that why not? Number 10. 10 out of 10 for me. Feroce it is.
Got nothing on its back, has it? I mean, in
No.
all respects, it's in fine fourth. I don't know why it's $13.
I guess
Really, when you look at it.
meaning a higher class of horse. Do you know what I mean? These are Pride of Jenny's, Dozy, Light Infantryman. There's a few more even in the race that they're proven quality horses. Feroce's
Oh,
Feroce's the young one on the up. So hopefully we'll get it right. Went out to the zoo yesterday, Tone.
yep.
It was amazing. Saw the Sumatra tigers. They've moved the elephants out of the Melbourne Zoo out to Werribee. The gorilla, the poor gorilla, he'd lost his wife about his girlfriend. And he was moping around by himself, and we were talking to a volunteer there. Do you know what they do? They introduce 2 new girls to him.
Oh,
How good
geez.
is that? He gets a choice. Could you imagine? Oh, I've just split up with my girlfriend. Come out with me. Come out with me. I've got 2 for you to pick from. We don't do that in human life, but that's what we do for our gorillas here at the Melbourne Zoo.
Oh, geez.
The choice of
Geez,
2.
well looked after.
So yeah, the lady was telling us what they do is they bring them, but they then put them in somewhere so that he can smell them. So he can smell that there's female around, but he doesn't really know. And then they bring them closer and closer, and eventually they then release them together, and he's familiar with the smell and stuff. And his pheromones have been attracted to one. He picks one, hopefully he does. Could you imagine if he picks 2? Could you imagine?
Oh my God.
So it was a very interesting learning curve for me yesterday. But again, the only types of gorillas that we're dealing with on Saturday are this kind of gorilla when we're putting them on. Tone, hit us with your best bet, please.
Oh, the best bet of the day. Actually, you'll be surprised. I've moved over to South Australia. I've crossed the border. I'm not going anywhere near Sydney. Of course, you don't count Queensland because they're all criminals. I've already thrown a winner out in Melbourne, so I'm going over to Morphettville. I think more. Hang on, where's me?
Yeah,
Wait till I
Morphettville,
just
race
find
7. Race 7.
race number 2, Air Assault. That's it. There you go.
Why have you found it, Tone? How have you found it? Because this horse does like it a little bit longer. I think last year it came over and it was nearly placed in the Cranbourne Cup, or it won it or something like that. Why do you like Air Assault?
Wait till I just find my material on the phone. Here we go. I think partly because of the jockey. We've got a decent jockey on board in race 7, right?
Yes, race 7, number 2. I can tell you it's not Jakey
Number
Taroke. It's not Jakey
no,
Taroke.
I know Stubby Holder. That's it, Stubby Holder. I'm quite happy with Stubby Holder on this. Well, Air Assault, like it's first up. It's done very well first up. I think it's won. It's coming back after like a 16-week break. It's won it's won 7 when it's been first up, including a third.
It's
at
won 7
Morpheville
races
last time.
first up.
Yes, a winner of 7 when first up, including it ran third at Morpheville last go. Like you said, it is down in distance, but I think like it's well in with a chance. I think it's overpriced, but maybe I'm missing something here. It could be the distance.
I'm going in. I'm
But
going sticky week here, Tone. 7 first up. This thing has won. Can't have won that many, surely, has it? No,
I'm
it's
just
won
gone.
7 races. Not won 7
Oh,
first up.
hang on.
I'm thinking, how old is it? 14.
I better get some new glasses. I'm reading all this wrong.
It's one.
Apologies for that. Yes.
Yes, it's
But
1-7. It's had a good, yeah, it's 1-7. First up, it hasn't won yet, but it's been placed 2 out of 4.
Okay.
But again, track distance, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, look, it's definitely a chance. And
It's had 6.
Stubby Holder's been on it 11 out of 16. Stubby's won 7. Every race it's won, Stubby's been on. So you're right.
What was I going to say? Yeah, I think 15 starts has had 6 wins and 3/3 on
Yeah.
the track.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a track specialist too. So, but the only worrying thing is, like you said, Taz, the distance might be a bit short. But
I'd say good
this
stayers.
is unequivocal.
Good stayers tend to sprint well fresh. It was a Ballarat Cup, I think, that it ran last preparation break in 3 lengths. Look, I know that you love Jakey Taroke, and
Oh, yeah, he's one of my favourites.
I know, and he's on one that I looked at, but I reckon it's a good team for a Quinella. If you take Air Assault and you take
Right.
Aviatrix, so an Air
Yeah,
Assault with an Aviatrix sounds perfect to me. Aviatrix has won 2 out of 2 first up. It's got the Footscray colours, and it's got Jakey Taroke, who has been on this for 7 starts with 4 wins. So I
there
think
you go.
we've
That's
gone.
favourite, yeah.
Yeah, it is
That's
favourite.
favourite.
But I think that the way that this race pans out is Air Assault's probably going to try to pinch it, and hopefully Aviatrix either runs second or wins it with Air Assault running second, because I do
Yeah,
think
well,
you're a big chance. I do think you're a big chance. That said, I'll probably get some mail on this, because the last time it won, it was around November, I think. It was can check this. When did it win? Yeah, the 5th of November. So it was Melbourne Cup Day, if I'm right. And I
there
was
we
on
go.
the course, and it did win at Morphettville, and admittedly it was $2.40, but I did get the phone call. So with any luck, I'll get the phone call on this one. But yeah, nice tip. Why not? Over to South Australia, City of Churches. I'm going to the criminal state again.
Oh, what you tip winners up there? I can't. So that's
I
all that
say,
matters.
I say this regularly, Tone. To catch a criminal, you have to think like a criminal.
So very true. Yes.
I say this to the team that I manage, my staff. because I say to them, you know, you can't bullshit a bullshit artist, and I'm good at that. I said, I'm a criminal, so I'm going to think like that. If you think you're going to try to pull one over me, I've done it all. I've seen it all. It's not going to happen. And I also let them know that everything is legal unless you get caught. Just don't get caught. So with
True, true.
race 9, Doomben, number 5 on a heavy track, Yabby Pump.
Yabby pump. They doesn't mind a few yabbies. They're all right. Cooked them up,
Yabby,
caught them, and cooked them up.
this thing has had 3 starts for 2 wins, both in New South Wales. All 3 starts have been on a soft track. So I have no doubt that it should be able to handle a heavy track. Last week, I asked you questions about Talia Fallon, didn't I? And we really
Yes.
couldn't say anything positive or anything negative. So I've gone with a jockey who I reckon, again, Tone, you might not know much about. His name is Andrew Adkins.
Andrew
Adkins.
Adkins.
Yes.
Oh, Atkins. Isn't he
Atkins
a country jockey
in New
up
South
in
Wales.
Queensland?
Well,
New
I
South
don't,
Wales.
I don't know where he is, to be honest, but I don't know much of him. All I know is he's been on this thing for 3 starts for 2 wins, and he's going up. It's a Freedman trained horse. I think from barrier 3, we can push forward. I think we get the cover that we want. I think the favourite, who's the top weight, it's called Good Luck to Me, and that's what I'll be hoping for. Similarly placed, all the pace is on the outside. They work hard, we push up, we get cover, they get tired, we go through. Heavy track, thank you very much. Good luck to me. Yabby Pump, money in the bank. Sounds like
Fantastic. So it likes a bit of the wet, the squishy, squashy stuff between the hooves.
Yeah, look, it's a heavy 8 at the moment. I don't know if it's going to get any drier. But really, for what it's shown, you would suspect that if it can handle the soft, it should be able to handle the heavy. But again, it depends. There's a difference between heavy and heavy. A bit like, you and me. Difference between how heavy we weigh and heavy.
Now, I'm just wondering about your selection. Is it in Mardo's numbers? That's the worrying thing.
Well, shall we ask Mardo?
Yeah, we should ask him. We need to know.
Hang on
Are
a
we
second.
in his numbers?
Hang on. I'm going to ask him. Mardo, what do you got to say? Blah, 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 blah. In my numbers. It's been a bit. Marto being at work tonight, I guess he'll be around a few of the other boys. So hopefully he's having a good night in there. We all know how much of a degenerate he is, and how much he'd be. Marto would be probably. I reckon he'd be betting on flies in the wall. And
He might have a bit of coin on tonight, here, there, and everywhere. You never know. There could be. He might be playing in. He might be having a bet on the underwater hockey in Sweden or something. He might have something going.
Well, I know one thing he probably hasn't had a bet on, and that was the footy tonight. Because
God,
in the chat, we didn't see his 300 tickets, did we?
No, there was no mention of of any football transactions. I didn't even hear the game, see the game, or anything about the game. But Essendon, the Bombers, beaten Port. I don't get that. I thought it would have been the other way around, actually. But
I think the market would have said that as well. Look, I didn't get to watch it either. All I do know is that Essendon did win. You're right, but I don't know.
It's not wet there, is it? It's not wet down your way, Taz.
No, it's going to be 30 degrees tomorrow. We'll be in shorts and
This is
tees.
it. Their bloody kicking was horrendous, wasn't it? Do you see this final scores?
I only know that it was, I think, 72 to 60 or something, but I don't really know.
It was like, what did Essendon kick something 18, I think, and Port weren't much better.
Yeah, well, they're two very average teams, and they're probably down on skills and all that sort of stuff. But you know what, supporters need some false hope. So maybe there's maybe this week is the Essendon membership drive week. So the players have gone out and done the right thing. Look, I don't know. To be honest, I don't
There
really,
you go.
don't
Don't
really.
really care. Essendon kicked 9-18-72 and Port kicked 8-12-60.
Yeah, well, what do they say? Good kicking is good football. So obviously these two sides don't play good football. That's all. Stuff 'em. If you're an Essendon supporter out there, well, you know what? Stuff you. Um,
The Bogan Bombers.
have you had a look at anything else? I know Marto wanted us to mention another horse, but I can't remember what the name of it is. Doesn't matter. Sorry, Marto. Put it up in the chat. Maybe I've got it in there. It's some Japanese sounding name that he found for us. I better do the right thing. Um,
He did mention something, some sort of, I can't remember
Here
what
it
it was.
is. Katsumi Orachi. Shout out to a horse this weekend, boys. Katsumi Orachi. He ran third in the Diamond Prelude, and they thought he was 2 months away from racing. He is bound for the Champagne Stakes. So, guys, likely just to go around this Saturday is what he's saying. So, people, if you are one of Mato's 3 followers, uh, get on Katsumi Arachi for the Champagne Stakes. Don't know what price it is, but if Marto's on it, I'm sure it'll be a good value bet. Anything between $1.85 and $2.60.
Oh my goodness, there we go.
Now,
Yes, yes.
I haven't forgotten you though, Marto. I haven't forgotten you. You're meat and two veg. Here it is, and I've got it right here in front of me.
Waiting for
Everyone's
it.
been waiting with anticipation, even our 3 followers of yours. Race 9, number 3, Deacon. Massive price tone, massive, $2.50. Marto doesn't matter what price they are, he just finds winners. And these are his words. Gave them a spanking in the Tawny Cup. Would have been odds on for the Adelaide Cup, but saved for this with a ticket to the first Tuesday in November on offer. Stays all day and has a good cruising speed, settles well up front. Marto at $2.50 in a 2,600 metre race. Let me just say this, my good friend. If it won the Adelaide Cup, wouldn't it be pretty much guaranteed of a start also in the Melbourne Cup? I'm a bit confused. Maybe I'm wrong. Tone, do you know much about this import that has admittedly been flying?
Absolutely not. No, I don't know. Honestly, don't know, Tess. Who's on it?
I don't know. I didn't really look too much because Marto's not here, so I'm not paying too much attention to him. I only looked at a horse in this race. It's about 50-1 that I think could run a drum, which is called Etna Rossa. That's one of my cats. But look, I think it is an overseas horse, and it has been going well. Yes, it spanked them in the Tawny Cup, and yes, it could have gone to Adelaide. But Marto, seriously, to suggest that it was going to be odds on, I don't know. I don't know about that. I think Flemington will suit it. It's just worked its way into some really good form. Race 9, no,
9.
yeah, $2.
I'm just bringing it up on my phone. I want to see who's on it. Race. Oh, it's in the Lexus Roy Higgins. He was a criminal, bloody Roy Higgins.
He
God,
was
he
one
pulled
of
a
the
lot
best.
up in his time.
He was
Huh?
one of the best criminals.
Yes, yes. Well, he's got a decent jockey on board. D Stackhouse. Stacky's on board.
Yeah, he is. Look, will it lead? I mean, it's lightly raced. There's no doubt about that. And it did win last start at Mooney Valley over 2,500. But Mooney Valley, Flemington, look, there's no reason Amato's not right. This horse it's an import. There's no reason that he can't get it right. I mean, its sire is Australia. Amato is the premier tipster in Australia as well. So, who knows?
Well, Mm.
Who knows? I mean, it's in the leg of the quaddie. Maybe have a crack and see how you go. Have you got anything special that you want to share with us, Tone? Any reflections on a day? Anything specific that you got planned this weekend?
No, mate, nothing specific. It all depends on the weather. I will do some gardening. I mean, I do need a harvester out there or a herd of goats, and it'll be done in 10 minutes. But um, nothing much on the agenda. But if you're talking about little tidbits of information there, I think quite a lot of money was placed on Mardo's horse on yesterday. The Zephyr King, isn't it? King Zephyr, whatever it is. Yeah,
Oh,
and it won accordingly. Yeah, geez, it was overpriced. It was even money. I thought it'd be a lot shorter than that, but
look, you could have got
I
you
didn't
could have
know.
got more. You could have got more earlier, and I liked it. I also liked the Cornell with the top weight Rue de Royale. I mean,
Yes,
it
that's
was
a good one.
Saturday class type horse, probably as a 2 and 3 year old, and I was really surprised that it was such a big price second up. But King Zephyr looks like it's going to be a stakes horse for sure. I did get a little bit of info. I think I can't really disclose the name of the horse because I've been sworn to secrecy, even though I told you and Marto in privacy what this is. But there's a Waller horse that's going to come on the scene. That the word has it, it is an out and out standout horse. It is as good, if not better, than Via Sistina. That's what word
A
has
big
it.
statement, isn't it?
It's a massive statement, but its form reads impeccably. Um, it's won just about everything they could over in the States. And it's been trialing the house down. It's in the Doncaster. I'm giving you all the lead in that you need rather than just saying the horse. We will soon find out how it goes. It is a Waller trained horse and it's going to be first up in the Doncaster. What I'm going to do, Tone, is I'm going to take some doubles here and there. Now, we've got less than a minute. Let's give us your goodbye. Wish everyone well. We look forward to having Marto back next week.
Absolutely. Yep. Yep. Let's hope we can get the 3 Kickstarters up and everyone has a good day again on Saturday because, yes, we seem to, or you guys have picked up pretty well. And yes, it's a sad day, but we remember Pezza today. And yeah, a year's gone